Hello, dear folks. Welcome to the show. My name is Jack Zhao on the East-West Show, a lots of a proud with G&E TV. Yes. Once again, we're talking about Donald Trump because last week when we did the first show, we felt we were not done yet because especially towards the end, these two gentlemen seems to be having more to say rather than at the start. And plus, during the week, we had lots of feedback from our audiences. Lots of people say that they like this kind of debating manner, or especially they say they equally like, well, my left-hand side, my right-hand side friends, they both are my friends and their friends too. So now, on my right-hand side, my good friend, Mr. Ken Hemming, a writer and a philosopher and biblical friend of mine, kind of. That's a big term, right?
It's a big term.
So welcome, Ken, to the show.
Thank you, Jack.
All right, thank you.
Love it being here.
And my left-hand side, Mr. Alan Diamante, and he is attorney at law. He is a wonderful attorney, winning attorney at laws, and he handles the immigration most of the time. And claimed to be a handsome guy by lots of ladies, and I hear that the same. I hear the same comment all the time.
I think he's
myself,
cute too.
Right? So thank you very much. So, Alan, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Jack.
Very good.
I can.
Okay, you will you probably should say as much as you can say how you love me or like me, because I will play some tough questions right now. You will start hating me. Question number one. It's not the first time that Mr. Donald Trump declares running for president of the United States, and each time he dropped off halfway. Is he serious at this time? Is he here this time? If not, what does he want? So,
right hand side?
Yeah, I want you to start.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say I'm happy to be here, happy to be with your viewers, who I love each of them. Okay. I'm wearing black today in mourning for the 4 United States Marines that were assassinated yesterday by another jihadist person. And so my heart is with them, and Marines are the ultimate men.
Sure.
Well, I don't really remember Donald Trump declaring he was running before, but if you say he did, that's fine. I think that he is absolutely serious about running, and I think it's because the country is in such desperate shape right now, and we need a change. We need some redirection, and we need to get back to some of the American values that are being slowly dismantled by our current administration. So I think he's very serious, and to me, it's not about him, but it's about the words that he uses, the message. And the truth in many of the messages.
All right. So such is your comment. And on my left-hand side, my friend Alan, what's your take about the same question? Is he serious? Or if not, what does he want, please?
I think this is a great question. I don't know what Donald Trump really wants. He declares that he wants to be president, and the question is whether he's qualified to be president. He's made billions of dollars. I don't think anybody's disputing that. The dispute is how much he's worth, but nevertheless, he's been successful. He's filed bankruptcy multiple times. Nevertheless, he has more than $5 billion. He could have up to $10 billion. We don't know exactly. But Donald Trump, could he be the president? Should he be the president? In my opinion, absolutely not. He could have what it takes to run a business and make billions of dollars, but with respect to what are the American values, I think his opinion of what American values are quite distorted, and this is evident in what he says and the way he addresses women, blacks, Jews, and of course Mexicans.
But your conclusion is that he is serious, right?
No, I really don't know what he's up to. I don't see the advantage here for him. He's already branded. So if he's not seriously running, then what is he trying to do? Is he trying to benefit others? Is he trying to get something out there for the American public to be aware about, to bring this immigration issue to the forefront of the debate?
I see.
That could be his motive, but I really don't know. I think it was accidental, and it seems that it was accidental. He said something that he shouldn't have, and apparently there's been a a response to that, and I would describe
right,
it as
okay.
riding the wave. He's
Okay.
riding a wave right now.
Right in a way, right. Okay, before I raise my second question, there's a little insertion about his wealth. On the record, it says 4 billion with a B. And there are rumors saying that he is worth of 9 or even 10 billion with a B. We don't argue on that part, just while I do that insertion for the reference of my audiences. To back up his point, though, that he does not need any more money or reputation or popularity. He has all, right? Now, second question. In spite of that, the GOP polls show him as the front runner. Do you think that he will be the GOP winner out of the primary? If yes, does it mean a plus or minus to the GOP image in the public eye? This time I'll start with you first, please,
Okay.
to make it fair.
Well, you know, the polls do show him as the front runner at this point. There are different polls. I don't believe this will be helpful for the GOP. The question is, how do the traditional members of the GOP feel about the Tea Party? There's a lot of people that made it to Congress that didn't have the experience, and they've received great criticism for their tenure in the House of Representatives. So the big concern is, in my opinion, is not only is this going to hurt the GOP, but for the most part, it could bring out a lot of people that are going to be supporting Donald Trump's views on, there's xenophobic views on Mexicans and the other racial issues that we see, because again, I raise again that he said things, poor things about black people, about women, and about Jews. In my opinion, and I believe most of the educated Americans in the United States would agree, that these are not what we consider American values.
But do you consider he will be, or do you predict that he will be the winner of his primary, of the GOP primary, please?
I do not believe he will win the primary. I believe that this is temporary. There's been 4 front runners in the past in elections, in the early stage elections. There hasn't even been a debate yet. It's going to be very interesting to see how he debates with the other candidates.
All right, here's different kind of anyway. Same question I'm going to ask Ken. However, learning from this side though, I want to go, because there are sub questions in one question. I'm going to say first one, is he going to be the winner of out of the primary? And the second, does it mean a plus or minus in the public eye? And the third, why?
Well, first I'd like to say that, you know, I play golf and tennis, but I have a new hobby. And my new hobby is listening to the radical left Saul Lewinsky devotees in the different manners they assassinate the character of anybody that they don't agree with. I find it very interesting, and it makes me very sad. But in direct answer to your question, it's going to be Hillary and it's going to be Bush. He's not going to get it, but he's going to have a major impact on what the issues are in the election. Both parties are afraid to address serious issues like we need to extend the age for Social Security to at least 67 or something. And the immigration is a serious issue, and because the border's open, because it's a way of flowing people in here that can be dependent on the government, receive things in order to get their votes in the future. And it may end up with one socialist Democratic Party that runs the country forever. So he won't be the winner. He won't. And is it good for that? It's good that the issues will be brought out, and I can't wait till I hear Hillary talk about it.
I see. So you respond to his response, please?
Yes, I want to make a point, first of all, that he is the front runner with the GOP. He's not the front runner in general. I believe that Hillary is still ahead according to the polls.
Okay.
So,
Okay. The philosophy, right?
and so just to make that clear.
All right.
With respect to, you know, the GOP and Donald Trump going forward and whether it's going to hurt America, it's a scary thought. And I don't believe this is left wing or right wing. This is just whether or not we want somebody who's a bigot to be the leader of the free world.
Ooh, I like that.
Somebody who is, you know, a macho sexist.
Okay.
This should not be the role model for the United States. You know, we have years of history where we allowed Jim Crow, we allowed slavery. We're in the 21st century now, and this is not a left-wing view that there should be equality for all. And in terms of the economy, we got to call it what it is. The economy is in a bad state at this stage, but we can't put all the blame on this administration. This administration
Okay, all right. We'll
received
touch the part later, yeah.
a real poor economy. Yes.
Very good, very good. Back to Ken, though. You just mentioned about that fact that you do not even believe it's going to be a game between him and Hillary. It's
Right.
going to be Bush and Hillary, right?
It's going to happen. It's all
That
money.
means
It's all money.
your take is that he's not going to be the front runner, going to be the winner out of
candidate.
the primary
Right.
as the candidate, though. What do you base your theory upon?
Power and money, momentum of
He has a power
name-
and money,
name power.
momentum, yeah.
Yeah,
He has both.
but the Hillary power and the Bush power, there's just so much momentum and so much money. I mean, if you get $500,000 to talk for a half an hour, like Bill and Hillary get, that's a lot of power and it's a lot of noise. And at least Donald earned his money by creating jobs in products and services, which I do respect. But so no, I don't think he's going to get it. I don't think he can. I do think that he's man enough to bring up issues that must be discussed by all of the real candidates.
Okay, my dear audience, let's take a short moment now. When we come back, we'll continue the discussion between my good friend Alan and my good friend Cam. Each of them seem to hold a very strong hold about this issue. We're talking about this wonderful person, Mr. Donald Trump. Should he be the one of the players, one of the whoever gamblers of the 2016 general election? So stay with us. We'll be right back.